Arsenal recently announced their new signing Fabio Vieira from Porto, but I imagine a lot of you guys were like me and you didn't quite know who he was. So I've done a bit of research, looked who he is, and I've compiled it into a video, and he's actually a decent player, you know. But let's get into it. Let's start where it all began, in the youth setup of Porto in 2008. Played there his whole career, apart from a loan spell to Padronce in 2015-16. He was always highly rated by the scouts and youth managers at Porto, as Porto looked to match Benfica and Sporting's great line of youth production. What's his playstyle though? Well, he's a classic number 10. He's great at threading balls between the lines and through defences. He's small in stature, but he is technically gifted. He's left-footed, but unlike some other left-footers, he's more than capable of using his weaker right foot. He's a great dribbler of the ball, great carry of the ball, especially from deeper positions. Fabio Vieira is fouled more often than other players in his position, and when you sort of start to get all of these attributes together, you realise he's a lot like Manchester City's Bernardo Silva. You know, Silva is similar in stature to Fabio Vieira. He's technically gifted. He's an excellent carrier of the ball with the ball at his feet. Also, he's quite good with his defensive contributions, and this is similar to Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United, of course. But let's look at last season, because this is obviously the season that has impressed Arsenal enough to spend 40 million euros on them. And let's get into some of the stats and what he did. In all competitions, he made 33 appearances, scored 7 and set up 15 goals. But obviously we know with players it goes a lot deeper than goals and assists. Despite only making 27 appearances and registering 1,329 minutes in the Liga Portugal, he ranked second for assists with 14 despite not being used often before the departure of Luis Diaz to Liverpool in January. He also recorded an average of 1.7 shots per game, which is higher than usual for a classic number 10. He's fouled 1.7 times a game, and that really shows you that teams, the only way they feel they can deal with him and suppress him is to foul him, kick him, shove him, just get him off the ball by any means possible. Additionally, he's rarely dispossessed per game, with the average coming in at 0.6 per game as his average. He's also quite versatile. Last season played in 5 different positions, those being striker, attacking midfielder, centre mid, left wing, right wing, but he's primarily played centrally, especially attacking midfield and centre forward, of course. This is obviously good for Arteta because him and Arsenal, they're trying to build a team that's fluid in attack, a lot like Manchester City. You know, where Grealish will come in left wing some game, he might play centre forward, Foden play right wing, centre mid. That's what Arteta wants and that's what Arsenal want, so in that aspect he's quite good. Finally, the verdict. Obviously, Fabio Vieira, he is a classic, typical Arsenal signing. Stylish, elegant, and a visionary midfield. His name is literally Vieira. You don't get more Arsenal than that. He's still got to make a massive jump because he's only really played half a season of consistent football where he's played week in, week out. So this might give him a bit of a culture shock from Portugal to the Premier League. You know, the pressing, the intensity is completely different. Again, this signing can pay off in the future. Also, the signing doesn't put Odegaard or Saka's future in jeopardy because, as I mentioned earlier, I think Arteta's going for a Pep Guardiola approach where players and systems are tweaked every game based on the opponent and there's not really a set attack or midfield every game. As I mentioned earlier, like Man City, they switch their attack all the time. The fee is quite high, to be fair, for someone with little experience, but the Portuguese league has been a goldmine recently for players, you know, such as Ruben Diaz, Luis Diaz, Bruno Fernandes, and, you know, recent signings such as Darwin Núñez. They're really good, so it could pay off. Obviously, as I said, his first season in the Premier League will be hard. It won't be a seamless transition into the Premier League. Unlike recent years at Arsenal, the new players don't have as much pressure to perform right from the off. You know, players like Thomas Partey, Mustafi, Kolasinac, Xhaka, etc. The list goes much further than that. But they all came into Arsenal and they had the pressure to perform straight away because Arsenal banked on them. But this year, Vieira, he can spend 6 months of just getting used to the ball, getting the ball to his feet, pinging passes, getting used to, you know, not having as much time on the ball, and that could really help him. Well, yeah, that's Fabio Vieira. What do you think? I think he's a really good player.
Fabio Vieira has just signed for Arsenal.
I've had clarification from my Portuguese friend who confirmed that Luis Diaz was going to be absolutely insane, came and smashed it, that this kid is fucking unreal.
But the only thing is, can he adjust to the Premier League? That's the big question. Obviously, it's going to take a bit of time for him, don't be surprised if he's not going to set the ground running at Arsenal. He is a good player, and I feel like he's one of Porto's unsung heroes. You know, you hear a lot about Vitinha, Luis Diaz, of course, Mediterranean, but Fabio Vieira was still a big part in them winning the league last year. I believe they did. He's just a really good player. Even though the fee may be a bit too high, it will pay off. Thanks for watching. This has been Football Heritage. Like, subscribe, watch another video. Subscribe, it's free. Like the video, it's free as well. And watch another video, that's also free. Thanks for watching. Good night.